This audit demands that we go deeper, that we demand accountability, but more importantly, that we make services reach the people they're intended to serve. These dollars were voted by the voters in order to help the community, and that's what we want to see them do. So today I'm announcing some immediate next steps. Before I get into details, I just want to state a few key principles here that I think we should all find trouble. First, we do not know the extent of the problem. This was an audit of selected contracts, not of the entire program, nor the entire department. There is $1 billion under grant a year in King County, and we don't know the extent of the oversight challenges. Number two, despite the best intentions and hard work of departmental staff, the checks and balances and internal accountability systems were simply not in place to track funds and provide assurance of delivery and efficacy. And third, we're learning that while so many contractors and service providers are doing incredible work in the community, King County has lacked the support systems to help them succeed and or to stop the rare circumstances of fraud and abuse. So all three of these areas require action, and the good news is they're fixable. But we've got to get to work now and do it in a way that is transparent and starts to rebuild trust in the public at large, including the very communities we're trying to serve. So this is why I'm not waiting for the election or for a new executive to take office. We're starting today. First of all, I'm scheduling a special community hearing of the Committee of the Whole to focus on this issue, to bring forward the ordinance that has been proposed by Councilmember Dunn and amendments by myself and any other council members who wish to engage, and we will take action in the committee meeting in order to bring forward action from the council. At this meeting, I plan to have subject matter experts and providers to speak to their needs and their issues and make sure that our fixes are having the intended effect and not having unintended effects, so that we can reform, accelerate reform, and implement things now. I will be personally asking the executive to launch an internal audit of all Department of Community and Human Services contracting so we can know the full extent of the problem and scale solutions. Beyond that, I'll be asking the executive to implement a full internal audit system going forward that regularly reviews and reports on all contracts throughout the county, including how awards are granted, how they are tracked, how we are accountable to taxpayers and beneficiaries, just as contractors are accountable to us. It's a two-way street. We'll be seeking standards based on best practices, both for diligent oversight and processes that ensure that we are supporting contract partners in ways that help them do their work. We need adequate staffing levels for fiscal specialists. This was something that came out of the audit. We did not have enough finance people in King County to oversee the tremendous increase in grants that has gone on in the last 3 years. And we need to see the executive's response to all the auditor recommendations that required future plans. So we have those plans in place, and when the new executive takes office, they can get to work right away. My colleague Reagan Dunn, as I mentioned, has authored a good first step in this process, and we're going to use that as the vehicle. And I look forward to working with him and others so the council can make critical changes. I want to be clear, these measures and calls for actions are forward-looking and supportive. They are meant to implement the programs that we all support, that we want to see reach the public. They are not meant to be punitive. With the federal government attacking the very foundations of public health and so much of what we do in youth and family services, in equity, in mental and behavioral health, it's more important than ever that King County and every local government make maximum use of every dollar we have. We can and must prove to people that they can put their trust in us. So I'm calling for a full and public review of this audit now, immediate steps for action, and tangible steps forward to meet our obligations to the kids, families, and communities of King County. There have been increases to our levies as we've renewed them, some of them significant, and also there was a lot of federal pass-through money that came through after 2019. So I think together those are why you see such a big increase. But the voters are very generous. The voters approve our levies. They want to see this money spent, and we've come through with increases to many of our levies, especially the last renewal of Best Starts for Kids. We need to make sure that we are being transparent and very public about what we found